My study was on parasite burdens of orphaned greater one-horned rhino juveniles and calves, and then trying to compare that to wild rhinos in Kaziranga National Park in India. So, sorry, I basically put my poster on, so it's a bit busy. So, basically, I spent 3 weeks working with rhino poo, which was great fun. So every year there's floods in Kaziranga National Park, and rhino calves can be orphaned or separated from their mother. So these are picked up by the Centre for Wildlife and Research Conservation in Assam. And there they're kept at the centre where they're rehabilitated and released into a neighbouring national park aged 3.5 to 4 years. So I looked at 3 different groups. I looked at calves, who were that year's orphans, and then sub-adults, who were 30 months to 3 years, and then compared that with wild samples using a flow tap method, which is sensitive to 5 eggs per gram, and a fluke finder to look for flukes. So what I found were that parasites infections were prevalent in 100% of the wild samples. They all had Paraphostomum, this rumen fluke, and 96% of them had strong gale infections, which is equivalent to, and 94% of the sub-adults also had strong gale infections. And when I did the egg count, there was no difference between wild and sub-adult captive. The calves, however, had a lower frequency of infection and lower egg counts. But this is probably to the fact that they're being bottle-fed rather than grazing at that point. So these results suggest that infection in the setting is common, but more extensive sampling, including sampling over different seasons, will provide further information on whether what effect the parasites are having on captivity. And thanks to AWF for funding this.